All right, are you a bartender? Maybe you work in a restaurant, you're a waiter, waitress, busboy, or you work in a hotel and you clean rooms, or I don't know, any profession that allows you to collect tips. Okay, this video is for you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Solomon Wong, and here we usually talk about credit card and credit card hacks. But today I want to talk to those of you that are in the service industry. All right, I want to share with you folks how I was able to save $800 in 2 months. Now, if you are in the service industry, I want you to do two things. First of all, before we get into it, I want you guys to go down there and click the like button, and then second, subscribe, okay? Because I want to help you guys out, especially because I know how hard it is to save and progress yourself every single time you get money at the end of the night. All right, let's get into it. Alright, so this video is about saving money if you're in the service industry. First and foremost, I want to give a thanks to a certain book that I've learned this concept from, which is The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clayson. Now, if you guys haven't read this book, this is an awesome book. The main parts of this book is you need to pay yourself first. You know, we all heard that phrase, pay yourself first. But, you know, people are going to be like, what? Solomon, I don't understand. What do you mean pay yourself first? I pay my rent, I pay my bills, I pay my car payment, I pay for my kids' soccer team. I always pay my stuff on time. So how am I supposed to save any money after that? The reason why I'm making this video is because I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is. If you're in the service industry, you're making tips day to day. It's hard to save, all right? This is, a lot of you guys can relate. I know you work the shift, you make all this money. Okay, now you guys all want to go out, have fun and drink. You guys go out, have fun and drink. You end up spending all the money you make that night. Why? Because you know the next day when you go back to work, you're gonna make more money. You're gonna have money on hand after your shift every single time you work. And then you repeat the process over and over and over and over. So it's hard for people in the service industry because they constantly have money coming into their hands, and they're constantly having money leave their hands. Well, from The Richest Man in Babylon, he says you need to take 10% of whatever you make. You get a paycheck, whether you find money on the ground, whether you get birthday money, whatever it is, you need to take 10% of that and put it aside so it could build. And then you make your money work for you, whether it's investment, whether you're investing it in yourself, in your mindset or your body, start a business, or maybe create another flow of income. But with that being said, that's what you want to do. You want to pay yourself first. And that's like the biggest idea I got from that book. What do I do in order to save $800 in 2 months? I have a little box that I have on the side in my house that the moment I get home, guys, the moment I get home, I'll pull out the money that I made that night. I take $20 out of everything I make and I put it in that box. I put it in the nest egg. Now, obviously, I don't look at what's in the box. I don't see it because it's all covered. But I take $20 of what I make, I put it in the box, and then I forget about it. And then I take the other portion of the money that I made that night, that week, whatever it is, and then I use it to pay my bills, my rent, my food, whatever, my groceries, take care of my dogs, my kids, whatever it is, whatever obligations that I have. Then I take that money and I put it towards my everyday life. But I make sure I take that $20. It's the very first thing I pay. Very first thing I pay is myself. I don't allow anyone else to steer me away from that track. I make sure the moment I get home, that's the first thing I have to pay. I put a tax on my money. Or you make $100 and you know I'm trying to save 20, so that would be 20%. But the general rule of thumb is 10%. You can go more, you can go less, whatever it is. But you need to pay yourself something first. All right, so I want to this strategy it's so simple, but it's so powerful. All right, guys, everybody talks about this, but nobody does it. Pay yourself first. That is the key to saving and building your nest egg. Obviously, when you finally have the nest egg, there's a bunch of videos out there of what to do with it. You could invest it, you can create a Roth IRA, you can create all this stuff. You can do whatever you want. Buy an online course, invest in your mindset, buy some books, whatever it is. But I want you to start building that nest egg. Just think, if you save $800 every 2 months, just from putting away $20 every single shift, for a whole year, at the end of the year, you'll have $4,800. After 2 years, you'll have $9,600. After 3 years, you'll have $14,400. Now you do this for 10 years. At the end of 10 years, just putting $20 away every single time you work, you'll have $48,000 by the end of 10 years. That's a year's salary for some. That's 2 years salary for others. You know, some people will make less. But the fact of the matter is, and the biggest thing I want you to take away from this video, is you need to pay yourself first, whether it's small, whether it's large, whether it's medium, whatever it is. Every time you work a shift and you get your tips at the end of the night, take out 10 to 20% of what you make. Don't put it in your wallet, or put it in your wallet, but put it in a separate pocket. Separate the money. Because when you separate it, now you only see that you have this much to play with, this much to spend, this much to live off of, okay? Take that small amount, put it away, save it for maybe a rainy day, save it for investing, whatever it is that you can, do that. And I promise you, you'll be happy you did. All right, guys, if you did like this content, drop a like. If you are in the service industry, in the comments below, write down tips, all right? I am a bartender by trade, a bartender/server, and this is how I save in my investing and building my wealth. You know, this is just a trick that I learned, and I want to share with you guys because I feel like a lot of people don't save because they don't know how to. Nobody teaches us this, all right? Nobody shared this with us in school. So if you guys like this, please drop a like. If you're in the service industry, write tips. Other than that, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys soon. Aloha.